Right, I'm going to start the meeting. Okay. Right, this meeting is being recorded and will be uploaded on the Biddle Town Council YouTube page. The aim is that the decision making should be transparent and the public in the public domain, which will involve more of our community in local democracy. By being in this council chamber, you are consenting to be recorded and for your image to be added to YouTube. The images and sound may be used for training purposes. Any views expressed are the speaker's own and do not necessarily reflect the views of Biddle Town Council. Please view the guidance on recording in public meetings policy if you need more information. Thank you very much. Colleagues, it's nice to be back.
Welcome.
Very good to see you.
See you back. Thank you very much indeed.
Well,
Improving. 63, apologies and approval of any substitute members.
Apologies from Councillors Brady, Jackson, Norris Lawton and Redfern.
Okay.
No substitute members.
No substitute members. Declaration of interest. Disclosable pecuniary interest and dispensations. Are there any? No. Any other interests? Nope. No. Right. To approve and sign the minutes of the recreation and amenities. An actual fact, the vice chair will have to do this because I wasn't present.
neither was I. Chair,
So I'm chair.
he's over there.
Would you like to propose that?
I'll propose that, yes.
Seconded.
I can't second. Yes, sir.
Do you make
To sign it.
yes, please, you would.
Trip over.
I was there. I just left a little bit early.
Thank you.
We'll be able to, however, sign next month's.
Good.
That's it. Yeah. Thank you for stepping in, Councillor Yates.
Oh, yes.
66, to provide feedback following a meeting with Park Lane allotment holders.
Thank you. Yes, I'll do this. So, for those of you who have some involvement with our allotments, the Park Lane site has had a bit of a period of transition because the very long-standing gentleman who used to be the kind of secretary and site manager, unfortunately, isn't very well and is receiving some care. And so other members of the allotment site have stepped up to undertake the kind of site inspections and to keep things going, basically. But we're at a position where we've supported them as the town council. Obviously, it's our site to kind of do the annual seed orders and sort out their membership of the National Allotment Association, which includes their insurances. And we've supported them with that and made the process of invoicing quite, transparent to enable them to do that. But what we've been trying to encourage them to do is to set up their own association in the same way as the Moorland Road allotment holders do. So they have their own bank account, they manage their own seed orders, they're very transparent as regards how they do their insurances. So they, on that site, if there are a couple of them that work on that site, then they're both insured. They're just very clear about the processes, and they have a secretary and a treasurer and a chair. So we've been having conversations with the Park Lane allotment holders to make sure that they understand what's involved in that and to try and encourage them to move forward with that activity as well. So we had a meeting with a group of the allotment holders and had some apologies, but some enthusiasm from others last week. And so when we have the annual allotment meeting, which is the first Tuesday in March, we're going to have a brief meeting after that with the Park Lane allotment holders where they will vote on the kind of officer roles within that emerging setup.
Yes.
And then we will continue to support them with that. As it stands, I am the contact for the National Allotment Association for the Park Lane allotments, which is fine and we can pass information on, but it really should be one of the allotment holders, and they should manage that kind of setup themselves. So it's to provide feedback, really. We continue to provide support, and it's they've been very much in the state of transition after long-term arrangements have changed. But that's the ambition, is for them to set up as a kind of self-managing
Yes.
group. And as I say, we've been encouraging to do that. So obviously allotment sits within this committee, and I'm just kind of making you aware of that kind of process change.
Thank you. Are there any questions? No? Okay. That's fine. You happy with that? Good. Let's move on. 67, to receive an update on the projects with a bit of ramblers to develop a walks booklet. Chief Officer.
Yes, so we, Mark and I had a meeting with 3 members of the Biddulph Ramblers last week, and they're pretty much there with having developed a walks booklet for Biddulph. They've planned the walks. They've written a lot of the blurb to do with that. They wanted our involvement as regards kind of padding out some of the content. We've kind of look to your left and see this, and look to your right, and a bit of a history behind some amazing things to see in Biddulph. But we talked about how they're very keen to work in partnership with the town council to kind of move the booklet forward, make sure it's professionally designed. Nothing wrong with the way it is at the moment, but it needs kind of setting within some sort of design package, I think, and then getting it printed. And they'd like to work with us on that. We were keen to work with them. They're very enthusiastic, and we've talked about walks for a while.
Yes.
So I just really wanted to bring that to you. It's a nice partnership for us because we work well with Biddulph Ramblers. They've
We do.
done quite, excuse the pun, they've done quite a lot of the legwork with the walks. But
For that one, weren't we?
well, yeah, it would. I think probably our role going forward, as I say, is to provide a bit more content with that, but also to kind of help to navigate the kind of the world of printing and designing and seeking grants potentially. Excuse me. So I just wanted to bring that to you.
Thank you. Are we happy with that? Are there any questions? Any at all? No?
Okay.
All right. That's good. That's
Good.
great. Absolutely
If I may,
fantastic.
just as an aside to that, this is a kind of there are some longer walks. They're kind of 6 to 10 miles, typically within that booklet. But we're still working on kind of shorter urban walks, and we haven't forgotten the idea of the Methodist Trail.
Yeah.
I can help with that.
Potentially doesn't fit within this, but we did talk more generally about doing a series of books of Biddulph walks. The kind of
Yes.
urban
Yeah.
1 to 2 miles, then the kind of
Yeah.
the Methodist Trail. Quite like that idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's working up, but
Good potential.
lots of enthusiasm
Yes. Okay. Right. So you're happy with that? Let's move on. 68, jobs for the Linksman, standing agenda item. Have we got any? Councillor Kasiki?
Yeah, just got one. The lay-by on Congleton Road Biddulph needs trimming and weeding. That's it. Somebody's cut the hedge on Halls Road. I don't know who's done that, whether that's the town lensman who's done it or
No, it won't be.
maybe Nigel and some others.
There it is, but yeah.
The lay-by on the way to Congleton.
Yeah, Congleton,
Before.
yeah, white.
Whitemore.
Don't know why, but yeah.
Yes, Yates.
The footpath from Briarswood to Halls Road, there's a few low hanging, but nothing significant, but troublesome. An hour's work at the absolute most, just to lop them back would be beneficial before the weight of the leaves brings them down a little bit more. Honestly, it's not significant, but it would make a positive improvement in that path.
Any more? Councillor Jones.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, I did mention this at the last reckon. Again,
What's on the list?
again, what runs up from
Yeah.
to Stonyfields, it still hasn't been done.
No, I
Of course, birds will be nesting soon, so,
think weather's prevented that, but I'll give
okay.
a chase.
Thank you, sir.
I also, can we have a look at the Biddlebrook to St Lawrence Church footpath? Was that-
that for a while?
We
Yeah.
haven't done that one for a while.
Mm.
I think you get a lot of brambles on there and people
Yeah.
get snagged up very, very easily, and it hurts.
Very overgrown.
Very overgrown.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. No others? Right, let's move on, and we're going to now go into confidential. So thank you, members of the public, for staying with us, but we will be going into confidential. Thank you.